Hey, what's up, guys? This is Cody the Coin Raptor, and welcome to another Crypto Chart TA video. Okay, so let's talk about our chart TA, starting with Bitcoin. Bitcoin had a massive move down today. You can see right here in the chart, I have the 1 hour up right here at about earlier this morning, just basically as the stock market opened or around that time, Bitcoin took a massive dump. I mean, it went all the way down. It was up here at about 22,600, and then it went all the way down here to about 20,000, and even briefly dipped below 20,000 for just a little bit of time here. So we'll take a look at the Bitcoin RSI. The RSI for Bitcoin right now in the hourly is 23. Okay, so it is pretty badly oversold right now. Okay, it had this massive move down. All the sellers jumped ship. They got out of there, right? We've been talking in the past couple of days to see if this rally up here would last, and it turned out that I was suspicious that the rally would not last. And if you guys have been following me on Twitter, you'd see I've been posting some additional chart TA that was showing, based on the information that I had, that this rally was extremely overdone and we were due for a pullback. So here we have a very sizable correction right now. And judging by the RSI, it's oversold at this point. We're going to probably wind up getting a bounce in Bitcoin either tomorrow or the next day. We could definitely see a return back to maybe 20,700 in this region right here. Now, one thing I want you guys to pay attention to is just the massive volume that came in as soon as we see this red candle pop in here. And so you might be asking yourself, okay, so what caused this massive spike down in the Bitcoin price? Well, that was caused by the consumer price index, something we also talked about yesterday. And now this consumer price index summary came out, and many people kind of read the headline, right? And the headline is that it rose 0.1% in August. And that's the consumer price index for all urban consumers, okay? And that was unexpected. Most people expected that the CPI would actually go down. It did not. But if you take a look at the all items index, which is something that most people wind up paying attention to, it actually was at 8.3, okay? So we can go ahead and we can look at all items. The CPI, the Consumer Price Index, was 8.3, which is a drop from 8.5, okay? So the market previously had priced in a smaller CPI number. They were thinking, broadly speaking, the market was thinking about 8 or so. It came out at 8.3 instead, and thus the market sold off heavily. So basically what you see here, this huge run up here, this is all hype and excitement that the CPI was going to come out and it was going to be bullish. And it turned out it wasn't bullish. So you saw a massive overcorrection, overreaction in the other way. So we have a huge hype cycle, and then we have a huge correction here. Okay, so this drove a lot of the negative sentiment today. I personally don't think that this CPI is as bad as people are making it out to be. That's only my own personal opinion, because what we're seeing here is we're seeing a reduction in inflation in the CPI. It's actually not staying the same. Instead, it's going down. It was 8.5. Now it is 8.3. And it's going down slowly but surely, bit by bit. We're going to wind up seeing it probably creep down through the next couple of months, okay? And so if you guys are curious about why it even matters, why even talk about the consumer price index, it's because of the Fed looking at the CPI and determining, based on what the CPI number is, they're either going to raise or lower however much they're going to increase the next funding rate, okay? So when the Fed meeting, when that meets later in September, they're going to decide, okay, we're going to go either at a 50 bips, or we're going to go to 75 bips. Most likely people are saying they're going to go to 75. And you may be asking me, well, why does this all matter? Why do we care about this? I have a video recently that I did that describes the relationship between Bitcoin and the Fed funds rate. I would definitely recommend you check that out. But when the Fed, when they increase their interest rates, it has a huge impact on the dollar and the dollar index. And the dollar index measures the strength of the dollar versus other currencies. And we can see here, based on today, this massive green candle that showed up, and you can see, based on Bitcoin, it's a massive inversion detected here. Bitcoin went red, and the dollar index went green. So there's massive green candle here, massive red candle for Bitcoin. And so with the dollar index pushed above this resistance point that I highlighted at about 109. Right now, it looks like it's headed for a new all-time high, at least for the past 20 years or so. So this means more selling pressure on Bitcoin. So we can expect that the Bitcoin is going to get even more selling pressure come in after it bounces a little bit, because it's a little oversold right now. We're gonna probably wind up seeing a retest at about 18,000, maybe a little bit north of that, maybe around 19,000 of that in that region. But either way, it's gonna come down a little bit more after it does that little bump up, and that's kind of what I expect for Bitcoin. Now for Ethereum's in a kind of a different condition, because we talked about earlier in earlier videos that the merge is coming, right? The merge is upcoming. We expect the merge within the next couple of days or so. Ethereum is at a precipice right now. I've drawn in this rising wedge, and it's just on the edge of the support of that wedge. So the support level is 1560. It's at 1575 right now. And if it breaks through that, I will definitely let you guys know. And then I'll have to go back and reevaluate what I think about the Ethereum price. However, I'm still, when it comes long term, I think that within the next couple of days, couple of weeks or so, we're going to wind up seeing it come back and retest this resistance level and see if it can push through. And if it can't push through, it's going to go back down again because it'll make a double top. So I do expect that for now, this rising wedge pattern is still intact, but that could change in a hurry. And if it does, I'll make sure I let you guys know on my Twitter account when I look at this the next time. All right, so that's all I've got for you guys today. If you like this content, please let me know. Please like and subscribe, and also leave a comment. I greatly appreciate that. This is Cody the Coin Raptor signing out.